Hello, YouTube modeling community. This is Rusty Rotor with a mail call Tuesday. I got my order in from Off the Sprue, so we'll kind of look over everything real quick, and you guys can get an idea of what I got. I'll show you his card again. It is Mark Dunlop. He is on YouTube. You guys check him out. Show him some love. He does some really good builds too. It's kind of hard not to when you can make all your own little custom parts, for whatever you want to do or what you need. He that helps a lot. But there's his business card. You guys go check him out. Very cheap. Well, I don't want to say cheap. It's not super cheap, but it's very affordable. Everything's kind of a couple of dollars here and there, a few dollars, up to $12, $13, $15. But he's got a ton of stuff, guys. You just gotta go check him out. It is a good alternative to get some things that you need and you want. I also received this in the mail. Wasn't expecting it, but very appreciative of it. The Fat Man from Alabama, Don's Garage, sent me the sticker. He wrote on there to make sure so I knew what it was. That's cool because it'll go on the refrigerator. And if you guys aren't following him already, get over there and follow him. Show him some love. Tell him Rusty Rotor sent you. Amazing builder, and a down-to-earth, speaks the truth guy, and I like that very much. There's no bullshit involved, no nonsense. He's straight firing guy, and I like that. Also got these cool little license plates. I guess they could be used for. That's what I'm going to use them for. Don, on one of my next builds, I'm going to kind of tag you and put you on my front license plate. That's really cool. I like that. Thank you very much. And this, of course, will go on the refrigerator. So again, thank you to Don's Garage for that. You guys want to do shop card trade with him, just send him an email, and he'll send you a shop card, maybe even a sticker. So there you go. So Off the Sprue, we got our front drive pulley assembly for the 572 going in the Corvette. The drive fit perfect, so we decided to go with the whole drive. What came with the engine, it puts the power steering on the other side, and to get this to all work, I'd have to get rid of the belt and then extend the pulleys, and this is more accurate. And I've got a nice hole for the lower radiator hose. We've got a place for the upper radiator hose to go in, and everything else, and then all of our pulleys go in these little holes here, and then it comes with a belt, as you can see here in the package. So it's very easy. These require just a little cleanup on the post of the pulley. Not bad at all. That way you can get this all painted, detailed before you put your pulleys on. So we got the engine all together. We will get this in the paint because this will all be black except for the transmission, which I'll hand paint. Then we can start adding our details like the oil filter, the starter, anything else has got to go up underneath there. It'll go in there. We will use the kit starter. It's got to be cleaned up. Get in focus here. It's so small, it's hard to hold. There you go. I like to mix what comes with it with the new stuff. It kind of breaks it up, but I can only set that up on there, guys. It's not going to stay if I try to show you. It is a little large, but we're going to work on it and downsize it a little bit by just sanding and cleaning it up, and refiguring some stuff on it. But it's very, very cool starter. The engine does come with an oil filter, which is down here somewheres. Here it is. See that or not? How small that is. So we'll get that painted and a decal put on it, just for looks. We have the decals to go on the valve covers. There's one of the valve covers. So, yeah, this is good because I got to get everything kind of mocked up in place and see what needs to be done and adjusted. I know now because you can kind of see it is mocked up. The engine sits in there at a little bit of a tilt, so I need to cut a little material off on each side of that motor mounts, that'll let my engine come down and level out a little bit. Then all I got to do is check on my spacing between the front of the belt drive, which I can put the pulleys on here and mock it up and see between it and the radiator, make sure I got enough clearance, or if I have to modify something there. Also, you can see I drilled a little hole out in that transmission mount right here where the shifter mount is, because it lines up perfectly with the shifter hole right there. How much better can you get? This isn't a kit engine, but it lines up perfect, like it was made to go into the vet. So I'm really fortunate there. Now we just got to figure out if we're going to use a coil pack type system or a distributor and spark plugs. This engine was a distributor spark plug engine, but on the real car I don't think it's that way. So I got to dig a little deeper into the engine compartment and see what's there, if anything's visible, because I do have coil packs, which we will show you. So here's the things we got from off the sprue. These are Morasso fuel pumps. These are for like race cars. These are high volume fuel pumps. There's an inlet and an outlet. The inlet's very small, the outlet's big. Or the opposite, I don't know which is which, but you know, you get two of them for a couple bucks. But you can't beat. If my printer's working, I could get the files and print this stuff myself, but they're not. He does a very good job. His stuff's very clean. There's the Morasso catch cans. Get two of those for just a few bucks. Here's our fuel filters. I think these are filters, or they might be these are fuel pumps too. Sorry guys. There's a large one and a small one. Let's see. Okay, these are the coil packs. It's got an inlet for your electrical and your outlet for your actual plug wires. So we just got to determine which ones we're going to use and where they'd be located at. I didn't really see them first glance. Then we've got T-connectors. You see they're drilled out in all three parts of it. These would be good to use for your brakes, fuel lines, whatever. I'll be using them for fuel lines. And then we got our battery clamps. And what's really cool is the head of the... You have to focus, come on. This is ridiculous. You can pretty much see there. There's a space for it to go over top of the head of the terminal on the battery, and then a place for your wire to go in. So these are really tiny, of course, I mean, but, you know, they play the part perfectly. And then you can paint them up and detail them, make them look 100% authentic. Versus photo etch. If you don't want to use photo etch, there's something that's a little meatier than photo etch, and looks really good. And we've, again, the belt drive and the pulleys. This is was all for $572. So if you go on his website, he's got like LS setups, Ford setups, and then, you know, $572 setups, different methods of it. So you can get pulleys for whatever you're looking for. And if I remember right, this here I can tell you. I got the receipt right here. Big block pulley bracket belt set. It was $15. Not bad. I got like I said, I got the front drive. I got power steering, alternator on there, all my other stuff, my hose fitting, and then I got all the pulleys in the belt. Not bad for $15. You know, like I said, it's balling on a budget, yeah, but this is where you save your pennies up for the icing on the cake, like he says on his thing. So we've, like I said, we've got our decals going to valve covers. They'll either be the white ones, which is this one here, or the black ones. We won't be using the black. We'll probably be using the white ones. And then we've got the flutes for the throttle bodies. That will be, they'll be about cut in half to get them to look right. So, yeah. That's it, guys. That's all I got. Let me show you. I got all the chrome parts in. I'm showing you most of the stuff, guys, because Friday is going to be really hectic. I got I got family coming in from out of state this weekend, so I got some yard work to do. I got housework to do. I got other stuff to do, and I'm not going to have a lot of time, so I figure I'll pop this video out and get you guys caught up. If anything else comes in the mail, we'll save it for next week. If I don't see you, it'll be after the holidays that I'll do a video. So until then, guys, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Don't forget. And to all my past, present, and future subscribers, thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. Remember, guys, it's free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't do nothing. Even if you watch one video and you don't ever come back, don't take the sub away. There's no need to. It's not like, well, this is a trial run for $3.99 a month. You can watch my channel. So you subscribe and you pay the $3.99, then you don't want any more, so you cancel the subscription. It's free. And if you hit that bell notification, you'll know when the videos come out. Come back and check out the video. If you're a new subscriber, thank you. Go back and watch some of my old videos. You'll kind of see where we're at, what this is all about. Past builds, what I'm taking with me to Acme this year. And yeah, so we're just show you real quick, guys. There's not much I got done. I got some of the suspension put together. We don't want to glue it in place yet until we check our ride height, mock it up for that. I gotta wait for the frame. I think Ruckus Rods and Customs said he had a frame, so I'm assuming he's sending it to me, so I can use this one now as a template for what I got to cut out and pieces I got to make, and then I can just put them on the permanent frame. Because I checked my box, I do not have the piece, don't know where it came. Apparently, when I bought the model, that's how it was. This is the first time really it's been out of the box, these past 2 videos, so I've not dropped it or anything like that to where it would have broke off. It was, thanks to MPC. None of that, but I can get that mocked up, and then I can adjust because all the parts are ready to go. My spindles, so if I got to raise my spindles up to get the front down a little bit, I can just set these in place and then come back and cut them free and move them up and pin them, glue them in real good, and then I know I've got my ride height. I'm going to run an electric fan. I may not use this after all, the cowl. That will keep, you see how thick that is, that'll give me more room in there for clearance. So I'll probably be using one of my little electric fans on the face of the radiator. I do have to put, because this kit didn't have, it's got one hole, so it looks like you can maybe do the upper radiator hose, but not the lower. So I'm going to have to drill a hole and get a lower radiator hose and the little thing in there, and little tiny piece of inlet tube put on it. And then we'll get our electric fan on there. As we're right now, it's the shroud goes on there kind of like this, and it angles. Corvette radiators angle a little bit. This one, it may go in perfectly straight if that's what it takes to get the clearance for the front of the belt drive. Because remember, once these pulleys are on here, you got that thickness too. So I can put the pulleys on here to mock it up and test everything, and I'll have that determined. The hood hinge looks really good, so I'm going to use it. I got a little more sanding to do on it. And then here's the top seal. I just don't want to put any of that on until I'm comfortable, my hood's cut just right, and I get it all cleaned up. Then I'll get that all put on before I go to paint. That way it's all painted to match. This is going into the compartment. This is also part of the kit. Just a little tool plate. It's got like a flashlight, a wrench, maybe thumbs. It looks like maybe a first aid kit, some spark plugs, and a couple other little pouches or something. So I thought that'd be good. We get it all painted up and detailed up, and we'll put it in the trunk or in the top hatch, just for some detail. We will be using the stock exhaust. The headers have to be put on to the engine after the engine is in for clearance. There's no other way to do it. So there's our headers. We tried it a million different ways. I tried to be creative and make a header, and I was going to cut off the end of this, and I was like, well, I'll try it once it's in, and once they go up in there, they'll work just fine. So we're back to golden on that. Kit exhaust, remember, we're going to cut it off where the header hits. we'll bevel it down to where it fits inside the tube and run all the exhaust, because I want to drill out that rear bumper and clean that all out and have the tailpipe coming right out through there. So we may have to extend this just a little bit, but that won't be a big problem. I can always extend it on here, scoot this back a little bit to make a little bit more of this tailpipe come up into the bumper. We'll see when we get there for that. I will mock that up because these pieces will have to get detail painted first and then put in place right after the suspension or the chassis is painted. Then I can install this and the shocks. We are going to use a pair of coilovers on this instead of the factory rear shocks, just as modern age technology put onto the original car. We are using the kit A-arms and springs and shocks, just standard shocks. We'll probably use those shocks for the front. We have like a factory traction bar type setup here. Don't know for sure. I'm going to put those on, but in the instruction it shows these little humps here on the diff that those go into. There's the hole, but the stick part goes into that. There's nothing there, so I'm going to have to make something to go there for those to look the part. We will probably paint these a different color than what the suspension is. Don't know yet, but we got them. We got our springs cleaned up and ready. And we may make our own springs to get rid of these and run our shock down through the center of them. I think that's how they were originally ran. I may be totally wrong with that, but I'm trying to find my... Yeah, it does. There's the head of the shock right there. You can see that. I'll turn it at a little bit of an angle. There we go. That little bump right there, that's the head of the shock, and that's right over top of the coil. So I think we will. We'll make some coils, and then we'll get these shocks that are for the rear. Now that I've lost them, oh, here they go, right here, and we will probably cut the little hoop off the end and get those in place. Get them all cleaned up really nice, detail painted, and you'll be able to see those through the coils that I make. So, and that's about it, guys. Anything else, I will save for next week. Again, like I said, I'm going to be super busy at the end of the week. I may not have time to make a video. I just want to get this out. I told you guys as soon as it come in, I would go over it with you. Again, go check out Mark Dunlop on YouTube. You know, it's offthesprue.com. Off the Sprue is the YouTube channel. And go check out the Fat Man from Alabama, old Don's Garage. Amazing builder, super nice guy. Don, again, thank you. I wasn't expecting that, so that was a pleasant surprise. And anything else we get in, guys, we will maybe through the week, if I get anything, I'll jump up and do one. If not, it won't be till the following week. So again, have a great holiday. Thank you to all my subscribers. Again, guys, the t-shirts, we're only at a couple. I get it, but you know, but it is a way to help support this channel. Not a big bunch of it, but oh, here's the other thing. I got some radiator caps. Where did those go? I think these are right here. Yeah, these are radiator caps I got from Off the Sprue also. They're machined aluminum. So we want to put one of those on top of our radiator. And I think that's about it, guys. Have a great, safe holiday. Don't blow your fingers off. You need them for modeling. You know, you can't, you blow off so many digits, you can't build a model. So just be safe. And we'll see you guys. This is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.